One Piece chapter 1179 just released. It's a chapter, alright. Yeah, my expectation has been met. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. I'm gonna say it right now. If you haven't read it yet, go read it. Go read it now. I wait. That's so crazy. That's okay. You read it? All right. We good. We start off in Pangaea Castle with the Gorosei responding to Imu's announcement of the last chapter, where Imu was like, "Very sure it's gonna be without Imu for a while." This shocks the Gorosei. The Gorosei are like, did we hear this right? Not Imu? Like, no, we got you right here, right? Please, Lord Imu, reconsider. Like, this is the Gorosei speaking to basically their god. Being well above them. Issuing doubt to this being is like blasphemy. Like, if Imu said he's gonna do something, my guy. But they're like, please reconsider. It's like the best they can do in this case, I guess, because it's not saying, hey, you're wrong. It's like, oh, please, are you sure about your decision? Like, we're not questioning you. But are you sure? Okay, yeah. And yeah, one of the Celestials says, surely you don't mean to actually visit Elbaf yourself, Lord Imu. Like, they're worried. They're worried for Imu going there himself. But for what reason are they worried? And this comes up later in the chapter, but they're not worried for Lord Imu-sama's sake. They're worried for their own sake. Because if Imu leaves the Holy Land, Imu's not longer defending the Holy Land. Imu's then somewhere else. But it comes up later. Okay. I'm jumping ahead, but we're in this chapter. In comes Scarling, and he's like, this is no time for idleness. We should focus on rallying the world's military might. We were foolish to think that the lower realm dwellers couldn't use such a thing as starvation tactics against us. What are leaders that can't even keep their own troops fed? Garling is coming in this room, he's storming in and he's laying it down and he's like, this is unacceptable. And he's also mentioning Shamrock. He's like, Shamrock's return helps quell this a little bit, but we're nowhere near where we need to be. We need to rally like all the troops, even the former Navy HQ. Like, we need our troops here right now. We are being stuffed. So the starvation, the Holy Land up on the rock, being cut off from below, is still going on. So this was the Revolutionary Army attacking, basically. But they didn't attack the Holy Land directly. They attacked their food sources, their food delivery and the delivery up top, because only way to get anything up there is by the lifts. Like, and yeah, they're being blockaded there. So that's what's going on in the Holy Land. And then we have calling in to Garling via Spondersnell. We have York calling in, and York is like, where is the food, Garling? This is no way for a celestial dragon to live. And Garling is like telling her, York, I've told you we have a food shortage going on in the Holy Land. Like, everyone is suffering from this. You know what might help with this food shortage? If you got to getting the fucking energy going. And we see an image of York just on the floor, thrashing like a little kid, like going like, I'm hungry. And behind York is the Mother Flame. And it's the lava phase which has been transported to the Holy Land. It's now in Merijoa. The Mother Flame is now in Merijoa. And York apparently hasn't gotten it going yet. Like, the energy is not flowing yet. The mother flame is there. It's like an infinite energy source. But York, being without food and being the lazy, like York was the lazy Vegapunk, the one that eats food and shits all day. York as a Vegapunk didn't do anything. And York was the traitor to the Vegapunks, being promised to become a celestial dragon, which York is now, I guess, officially. But also has to like do the technical stuff now. Like, she has to work and she has to like get the mother flame to work and putting out energy, solving problems for the world government. And previously with the Vegapunks, she didn't have to do any of these things. All she had to do was sit on her ass, eat food and shit. Because I guess the way the Vegapunks worked is like they were one person well connected, so York could do all that stuff and then the others didn't have to do it and they could focus on science. Doesn't really make sense, but that's, I guess, how it works. Yeah, so York is thrashing on the ground and is like yelling out, "This was not part of the deal, this is not fair, man." And Garling reminds her, one could say that the original Vegapunk was aligned with this revolution. Consider this your penance. Like, he's like putting York into her place. He's like, you watch yourself, Catman. Like, York is in no position of like any negotiation here. Like, to get more food, to get more stuff. No. York betrayed the only persons who were basically on her side for these other people to get like something from them. But what York doesn't understand is like the only thing they need to really do is to keep her alive. They don't need to treat her well. They don't need to treat her with privilege. On the contrary, like, Vegapunk betrayed the world government with this announcement. Vegapunk helped the revolutionaries on occasions, on many occasions. Like, we've seen Shaka talk to the revolutionaries personally, and the Shaka Vegapunk. And yeah, so Vegapunk wasn't on the side of the world government entirely. He was just using them for resources. Smart man, smart man. But he was never relying on them. I mean, we've seen this with the siege on Egghead and Vegapunk being like, yeah, I'm not letting you government people in. You want to kill me. I'm not an idiot. But yeah, with the Gorosei discussing this everything here, and Garling is like, one disaster after another, and Valkyrie is like, and everything after the reappearance of Nika. Are we really led to believe this is all a coincidence? And Chubita is appealing to Lord Emo here. He's like, in any case, Lord Emo, please don't. You should not leave Pangea Castle. Please don't go to Elbaf. Let me send an admiral instead to Elbaf. We send an admiral to Elbaf. And with Gandhi here, and he's like, that won't do. Consider all the incidents that have arisen. Our hands are tied. And Mercury gets up from his seat and is like, in that case, we must once again, and he's like implying like the Gorosei, we all as the Gorosei must head out. And Emo stops them. Emo stops them and tells them, Mercury, this is no mere coincidence. Arrogance, idleness, negligence, pride, thou must cast aside these follies at once. Emo ain't playing around. Emu is like, you guys still talking about this? I already made my choice. I'm going to Elbaf. I said I'm going to Elbaf. I'm going to Elbaf. All right? You guys sit down. You guys stay here. I'm going. I'm the one that's going. There is this long-nosed bastard with his fucking glasses that called me a coward. I'm going, all right? Yes, it's all Usopp's fault. It's all Usopp's fault. Usopp called the great Imu-sama a coward. And now Imu-sama is pissed. He is pissed. It's not Luffy, it's not Loki. No. It's Usopp's fault. It's Usopp's. God Usopp. Lord Imu is like the sun god and the Nidhogg are one thing, but God Usopp. That's the real goal here. That is who he's going after. And Imu says, this was all inevitable. And we get a bunch of flashbacks. We get Rocks saying, I'll be back. We get Roger saying, seek out. And after that, seek out was meant the One Piece. It's like Roger's appeal at all the pirates, basically. And then we get an image of Shirahoshi as a baby. And it's like that Neptune had a baby. We get an image of Shanks saying that devil fruit was stolen. We get an image of Harold, something is lurking in Elbaf. An image of Loki with some information for Lord Imu-sama that it was confirmed that the giant in the mist is Loki. And we get Imu questioning, why would Whitebeard protect that young man? Who is he? An image of the passed out Luffy after at Marineford, where Ace died and Whitebeard was like, protect this dude. And Imu's questioning, why did Whitebeard do that? Why did he protect this young man? Like, who is that young man? Who is this Luffy person? Who is he? I mean, Lord Imu-sama, please. He has the fucking D in his name. It's Monkey D. Luffy. You have his grandpa in your military, in your army. You know they are D's. I don't know. And that one, an image of Blackbeard. Marshall D. Teach. Nefertari D. Lily. We have an image of Cobra shouting out Nefertari D. Lily. Imu saying, Joy Boy, Davy Jones, to bring apart Teachers and Luffy's wanted poster. Will thou keep making Imu suffer? And a picture of Vivi and Imu shouting, retrieve Vivi. Like, what does Imu want with Vivi? We still don't know. I had this theory that Imu is just into blue-haired women, that he likes blue-haired women, and that's why he wants Vivi. And Vivi is a descendant of Nefertari D. Vivi. Lily, not Vivi. Very similar sounding names, but yeah. And she looks exactly the same as her great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandmother? Something like that? 800 years ago? But Imu has made its choice. All these events, all these things leading up to this point where Imu is right now. Where we have Monkey D. Luffy in Elbaf with the Sun God Nika fruit awakened and Nidhogger, Loki in Elbaf. This is where everything led, and Imu's like, I made my choice, I'm going to Elbaf. Like, I was joking about the Usopp part, but maybe Usopp kinda got at Imu. Let's not lie. Like the Usopp part was half joking, half real, man. Like, Lord Imu-sama has been sitting on his ass in Pangaea Castle, as far as we know, for the most of 800 years. Like, yes, he was at 40 years ago, he was at God Valley, but he wasn't there himself. He was just using possession again to like use his pawns. He wasn't there himself, so he didn't leave Pangaea Castle. He just possessed someone. That's his power. Is that a devil-fruit power? We don't know. We don't know. Maybe it's just his power. Maybe he can just do that, you know? And here we have Emu now standing in a pentagram. Emu is about to go. Emu is about to leave. There's a pentagram forming beneath his feet, as far as I see. He didn't step into one that was already... Maybe he stepped into one that was already drawn, but to me it seems like he's just forming one. And we know Emu can just form pentagrams wherever he wants. And Emu says, it was all set into motion long, long ago. The girls say, shouting out, Great Emu! The Holy Land shall be left in thine hands, Lord Emu says. Great Emu, if you go to the surface realm, we have Garling saying, we have no authority to forbid this. But, Great Emu, if you leave this castle, Valkyrie says, Nostru is like, it is not our place to question this. Jupiter, the Great One, is fully aware of the consequences. So, like, there's consequences to Emu leaving Pangaea Castle? This is interesting. Like, is the consequence something that happens at the place where he goes to? Or is the consequence something that happens at Pangaea Castle? Like, is Emu holding something up at Pangaea Castle? Is he holding something back? Is he holding something... Like, what is gonna happen? What are the consequences? Like, the Gorosei are still here. They have admirals, they have Shamrock, they have the Marines, they have forces at Pangaea Castle. So why are they so afraid of Emu leaving? Like, then I don't get the feeling they're afraid for Lord Emu. Like, they don't have the impression like, okay, Lord Emu is at risk. No. These people are fearing for themselves. They are afraid what is going to happen to Pangaea Castle is the impression I'm getting here. I might be absolutely off and wrong on that. But what if the Lord Emu is like holding back the Hellflame Serpent the entire time? What if that's the case? Yeah, that's a theory, that the red line is actually the blood-soaked serpent, and Pangaea Castle is on top of the red line. And basically the Hellflame Serpent from the mural back in the day, the ancient being, is just trapped or is just petrified in the red line. Yeah, maybe not, maybe nothing at all. Maybe it's just like they're being attacked by the revolutionary army and starved out, and they're like, if you go now, we have even less forces, man. What are we supposed to do? We just have the 3 admirals and the entire military force and CP0, and like we are the 5 elders who are also insanely strong. And then we have Shamrock, we have all the other gods knights here, except those 3 you sent to Elbaf. Like, what are we supposed to do? No, but really, why are they so afraid? Because I don't think they're afraid for what happens at Elbaf. Like, I don't think any of them think if Lord Emu goes to Elbaf, he's gonna get beaten up and die there. I can't see it, because for them, Lord Emu is this grand being. Like, maybe there is a possibility for us to happen as a reader, like, Luffy is gonna beat up this guy, yes. We as reader might think that, but the Gorosei? I don't think they will think that. I don't think that is where their thoughts are going in this moment. Cut over to near Walrus School, and we have Jinbei and Frankie with Usopp and Brook, and Frankie's like, oh, you guys' bones are all busted up. Want me to turn you guys into cyborgs? Cyborgs are pretty cool, all right, guys. Want to become cyborgs? And I don't think they want to. It's Frankie, like, you are a freak. You are a freak. And Jim is like shouting out, like, where's Chopper? Like, we need to get Chopper here. Those guys are injured, man. They are injured bad. And then we have Sanji, and he hung Killingham from a tree. Like, his head is hanging from one rope of the tree, his middle body part is hanging from one part of the tree, and his legs are hanging from one part of the tree. And Killingham is shouting at him, Sanji, I won't forgive you this. I won't forget your name, and you better don't forget mine. And Sanji is just there having a smoke. It's like, I already forgot. He's not taking this enemy very seriously, and with good right, man. Sanji one-tapped him. Sanji fucking one-tapped Killingham. He does not give him any respect, and he doesn't deserve any respect. And Killingham is like, where did Great Emu go? What happened to Great Emu? And we see just a panel of the frozen Gunko, of the frozen Shuri, I guess. She has 2 names now. It's complicated. And yeah, Lord Emo's not there anymore, right? Where is Lord Emo? What's up with that? Now we cut to the school, and Loki is now here in the Owl library in the school, and he's like, someone froze the entire school, and from like very far back, we have like a speech bubble, and it must be Vegapunk, and it's like, it's not frozen, it's thermal absorption. It's not actually frozen. It's actually like, correcting Loki. It's like, it's not frozen. It's thermal absorption actually. And Loki's looking at a piece of bread and food, and he's like, well, this is a bust. All the school's food is now frozen and just tastes very plain. And Luffy's there like, food, I need food. He's still not back to his normal form. And he's biting into a giant piece of food. I mean, yeah, it's food made for giants, so compared to Luffy, it's giant, I guess. And Luffy's like, we should get Brook and Usopp some. Like, I don't... Like, Luffy's thinking like, oh, they're busted up, so they need food. Like, normal people don't heal like this, Luffy. It is something Oda does in One Piece, like, if Luffy is like hurt or busted up, or even if he gets like a tooth knocked out, if Luffy gets a tooth knocked out, he needs to drink some milk and it's all good again. He doesn't do that with many other characters. The milk thing he also does for Brook, because haha, the joke is like, milk is good for your bones. It's calcium, so it just repairs my bones. Haha, that's how Brook is healed. So he does that for Brook and Luffy, but I do feel like Luffy being healed by food and being restored by food this much has to do with the devil food. And Luffy's like, oh, we should get them some food too. They're gonna heal. Nah, that's not how it's right. And Loki's like, just focus on yourself. Focus on getting yourself back together, getting to full energy again, and focus on that. And yeah, and Luffy's like asking about the person you froze. Is that person dead? And Loki's now I flash froze her. So she won't be dead, but she can only be sought out by Ragnar here. So he's like, this is Ragnar's ability. This is special eyes. She just won't be frozen out just like that. Like, you can't make like a fire and freeze her out. Ragnar can do that. Only Ragnar can do that. And Loki's like, she won't be getting away anytime soon. Don't worry about it. It's like, that person is taken care of. They're frozen in there good. They can't get out. Only Ragnar can get them out. Don't you worry about it. Don't worry about that person. All right? All right. Well, now the finale of the chapter begins. We have Nami and Zeus Nami looking out over the landscape of Elbaf. She's looking out and Zeus is like still raining down, trying to get out all the fires. And from nothing, basically, all of a sudden we have this giant smoke pillar come up. Nami's shouting. And we have 3 more giant smoke pillars come up. And in the sky there is a giant pentagram. It is massive. It is above the entire castle. So Lord Emo is coming here through the pentagram in the castle. But Lord Emo coming here has effects beyond anyone just going through the abyss portal. Lord Emo just appearing here has a giant pentagram be formed in the sky. Like this is massive, massive giant. This is Loki-sized giant pentagram. Loki in his devil fruit form sized giant pentagram. It is above all of Elbaf. And from this pentagram streams down like smoke. It kind of looks like black lightning, but it is smoke. One of the giants is mentioning, oh, the smoke looks weird. Like it is smoke coming out of the pentagram, flowing down to the ground, and buildings start to come alive. They're becoming, the buildings get sharp teeth and start laughing and chanting and going crazy, and the trees become alive and they start chanting and going crazy, like, whoa, yeah. Like it's absolute madness, and that's just Emo stepping through a pentagram. That is just him arriving there. Those are the side effects of Emo arriving at Elbaf. And everyone is like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, there's a giant pentagram in the sky, there's smoke flowing down, the buildings are coming alive, everyone is panicking. Everyone is in panic. And we get a wave of massive conquerors haki. Black lightning. The kids, the people that are not averse to conquerors haki lightning on the entire island pass out. This is Emo's haki. This is how powerful Emo is. This is Emo's conqueror's haki. He is knocking out an entire island of giants. Like at least the ones that cannot resist the conqueror's haki. And Loki is like commenting on it and saying that that's the same haki we felt before. That's the same person. That's the same haki. And Chopper is like holding on to Zoro's head, and because the haki is so strong, he like almost gets blown away, so he has to cling on onto Zoro's head. That's how strong the haki is. It's like sending out physical shockwaves across the island. And Luffy is just here still in his old man form, like going, he's not up to fight yet. Luffy is not up to fight yet. Maybe next chapter he is. Like, he can spring back up by eating food real quick. We've seen this on Egghead, where he was down for the count, where he was old man form, and then he got food from Kizaru, and then he was back up real quick. So maybe next chapter he is. Right now he isn't. And we have Lord Emo arriving in Pangaea Castle. And it's still Emo in his black form, but there's like black goop coming off him and it's splatting on the ground. Like Emo's like this black being, this black mist monster, this black goop monster, whatever. Is it mist? Is it goop? We don't know. But it's splatting onto the ground. Like, what's up with that? And Emo's like huffing here, like, this is the noises Emo doing, and he's like, like, he's hurt. What is going on? In this moment, he's hurt, and his black goop is coming off, and he basically bursts out of the castle with his wings, and the final page of the chapter And I will put an image here because I cannot even describe it to its fullest. I'm just gonna risk it. I'm gonna put like one image very shortly here. maybe not. Maybe I shouldn't risk that actually, getting copyright strike on a video I don't even make money on. Maybe I shouldn't. Yeah, I guess I won't. But we see Emo Nerona in his full form. And it says World Government Creator, one of the first 20. Ability Devil's Fruit. So the Devil's Fruit. It doesn't say Devil Fruit, it says Devil's Fruit. And it says ability. It doesn't say that he has the ability of a Devil Fruit. It doesn't say he has the Devil Fruit, the Devil's Fruit. It is weirdly worded, man. It is not clear to me that, oh, okay, so Emo has the devil fruit. No, that's not what it says here. It says ability devil's fruit. I'm gonna have to wait for the official translation for sure to like confirm this, because this is the fan translation. They sometimes get stuff wrong, but they're quicker. And yeah, the official translation is gonna hit like on Monday, I think, usually, or on the weekend. I can't wait for it. To clarify this, like right now, I'm like, so either Emo has the devil's fruit, or Emo has an ability that is the devil's fruit. And those two are different. And yeah, we see Lord Emo here. It says Emo Nerona next to him. Ruler of the world. And his appearance, like he has horns, and it's not a shadow figure anymore. He has horns, he has the cloud form around him like Luffy when he's awakened, but his is black and it has a bunch of eyes in it. He has an insane weapon, and the best way I can describe him is, remember King? Remember King from Elba? No, not remember from Wano? That's how Emo looks. Emo looks like one of King's people. Yeah, maybe Emo is one. Maybe Emo is a Lunarian. Like, it makes sense. Like, the Lunarians used to be described as former gods of the world. And Emo is the god of the world, right? When we learned about Lunarians, we got the message that they used to be rule the world, used to be the gods of the world. And Emo is the ruler of the world. And he looks like a Lunarian. A Lunarian with horns coming out of his head? That might have to do with his... Is it a devil fruit? Is it his ability? Is he just a being of power? What is it? Like... And even if it was a devil fruit, what is the devil's devil fruit? Like, that's a double... And turned... that's just doubled. Is it the ability of every fruit, or is it the ability of the devil? Like, is it the god being devil? What is it? And Emo has this tail around him. Now, we had the shadow form of Emo, and we had the shadow form of Emo in Pangaea Castle when Sabo was there, and when Sabo got attacked, and he got attacked by like this arrow-shaped tail, and I assumed Emo was in this moment possessing Gonko and using the arrow fruit, because when we saw the Sabo, what we got to see was like just a silhouette and this tail-like thing. So it was very much like the cartoonish devils, you know? In the old cartoons, a cartoonish devil, they have this arrow-shaped tail. But no, Emo has the arrow-shaped tail. He has, but it's looking bad. It doesn't look like an old cartoon. No. He looks so bad. As I really want to put a panel here, but I can't. I can't. Read it, look at it, man. I'm gonna be looking at this panel for a while. I'm gonna be analyzing it to the T. Like, we have Lord Emo Nerona in the flesh. And him leaving Pangaea Castle, him coming to Elbaf, made him become like human form. I wanna say Lunarian form, not human entirely, because I don't think he's actually a normal human. I think he's a Lunarian from like just the way he looks. Social, just profiling him over here. Yeah. Lord Emu has arrived at Elbaf and he's ready to throw hands. And just him arriving is a shockwave across the island. Him arriving is like so different from like the God's Knights arriving from... Nah, I was correct about Emo. I was correct to the T, I wanna say, because I said I don't know if Emo is possessing Gunko can actually do anything. Like, he's not here actually, and Gunko is kind of weak. I was like, okay, don't get me wrong, Gunko is strong for a normal person, but weak compared to Luffy. Weak compared to Zoro and Sanji. She doesn't stand up to them. In that metric, she's weak. But I was like, Emo himself is strong, so maybe he can do stuff. Maybe he can do stuff, but he couldn't. Because that was just possession of Gunko, and it didn't work out in that way. Like, he could do stuff more than Gunko could. Like, Emo having possessed Gunko up there, but not enough. Not enough. But now he's here himself, and just him arriving sends shockwaves across the island. His haki is emanating so strongly. It's knocking out people across the island and fucking buildings just by him arriving on this land. Buildings are coming alive. Trees are coming alive. This is not him like using an ability. This is not him going, you tree there, you come alive. No, him arriving does this. Just him arriving does this. This is crazy. This is indeed crazy. I don't know. I don't think we beat Emo. I don't. I really don't. Like, Luffy right now is not even at full power. And even if he is full power next chapter, like, even we don't need to nerf Luffy for this. To be honest. We don't need to nerf Luffy. Emo arriving here. It's bad. Oh, it's bad. Emo arriving here means we are fucked. Straw Hats are fucked. I don't think they beat him. And there has to be a nerf somehow. Like, I'm now thinking, how are we getting out of this? Either something happens at Pangaea Castle that forces Emo to go back, or something happens here, like the God's Knight dying, like Zoro killing of Summers, having like drawbacks. Like, and I was all for Summers dying, by the way. I made an entire video about how Summers has to die because he's such a filthy scumbag. So if that's what happens, yay. I predicted something, but if it doesn't, I don't see it happen right now. To be honest, I don't see it happen anymore because Summers is on the ground. The way I saw it happen was Summers getting himself back together and trying to like kill Gerd, the wife of Gaban, and then Gaban comes and kills him. And that would weaken Emo because we saw when Harold died, it weakened Emo. It had drawbacks for Emo himself. So that's one situation where I see like, okay, we have like 3 guard knights here. They are all subdued. They're all able to be killed off, but it is not like... The problem is the Destroyers don't kill. Destroyers don't kill. That's why I was like, yeah, Gaban kills Summers when Summers tries to kill his wife. Because that makes sense to me. Destroyers don't kill. So even Sanji having tied up this scumbag in a tree, like his head is on over there, his legs are over there, and his torso is over there. Yes, but the dude is not dead. Sanji didn't kill this dude. Because he's just regenerating again. But even if they knew, like, yes, if you destroy this heart, then they die. Would they actually do that? Would the Straw Hats do this? I don't think so. I don't know how to feel about that, because that is a solution, and for Summers and Killingham it might be a good thing to kill them. Like, I might be on board with killing Summers and Killingham. I'm not on board with killing Gunko, though, because Gunko feels like someone who was like forced into this. I think there's a story there with Gunko, and we need to learn the story. But on the same hand, Imu is here now, and we need to act on that. So I was like, yeah, expecting like a few chapters of like background story, you get to talk to Gunko and stuff. Maybe this still happens while Imu is here. Like, we need to do something. We need to figure something out, man. How are they gonna deal with Emo? I don't know. I don't think they will. I think Emo is about to let hell loose. Like literally, the devil's fruit. What does that mean? What power does he have? Does he have the powers of the devil? But in the context of One Piece, devils are what gives everyone the devil fruit powers. So does Emu just actually have the devil fruit of all devil fruits? Does he have like the power of all powers? What can he do? And if it's not a devil fruit, like still, what can he do? Same question, different context. What can Emo do? His haki is god tier. We see this. We see this here, and Loki is like, that's some haki. And that's Loki saying this. His haki is god tier. And I don't think Luffy's haki is at the level yet. I think Luffy can get to this level. But I don't think he is there yet. I think Luffy's making jumps, and big jumps, but this is not an enemy where you can go middle way through and become an old man and be fine. This is not that kind of enemy. This is an enemy where if you go like old man and halfway through, you die. You get killed by this guy. I don't think Lord Emu Nerona is here to choke around. He's here to end and kill Luffy. He's here to go after Nika and Loki. And yeah, I mean, he did say this is gonna be a war to divide the world. So I guess we are getting this war actually. We are getting a war here. It's gonna be Lord Emu Summer, Lord Emu Nerona versus everybody. And I feel like Emu wins. Like, what is gonna happen to Elbaf after this? Like, the only way I see this going any other way than Emu just destroying everything and killing everyone is that he has to be somehow forced back to Marie-Joie. That maybe these consequences that the Gorosei mentions is what it means for Emu. Maybe Emu is on a timer himself. Maybe he is holding something back at the Holy Land. There has to be something here, because this would actually be the perfect case scenario. Like Emu-sama absolutely dominates and lays the smackdown on all of our Straw Hats and everyone. We get completely devastated. But then we have a good reason for Emu-sama to having to go back. We have an in-law reason, not like a cop-out, no, none of that. But Emu-sama needs to go back at some point because of the consequences. And he's not gonna be able to finish everyone off. We hold on with our teeth, we hold on, and that's how it ends, I think. That's my prediction for this, how this is gonna go. Because then we know we have to prepare for the next time they're facing them. Because then Luffy's gonna be like, okay, I'm not quite there yet, but I know what I need to prepare for. I know what I'm up against. You feel? Yeah, what a chapter. Gonna talk about it this week still. See you then. Bye.